Jeez. I was going to do this later, but we'll do it now. Since yesterday, 9 new subscribers. Yeah. So, welcome, you guys. So, you know what we do with new subscribers, right? Oh, you guys have no idea. What do you think of the new subscribers? It doesn't matter. I'm not in this for the money, all right? Just so you guys know. Because when you start a YouTube channel, some people think, I'm going to get rich and I'll pay off my Volkswagen and, you know. Yeah, I know. So, yeah, this is not, you will never hear me say, like, subscribe, hit that, hit the, whatever. Yeah, no, that's not my style, you guys. So, just a big fat welcome to those of you that are just joining us. All right. It's not just me, I'd like to think I'm not a narcissist. It's like, look what I can do. Jeez, not in the electrical. Jeez. That's a whole nother story. Now, it's 3:15 in the morning. What are you doing up so early? I have surgery tomorrow morning. I have a Lyft driver. My phone's over there. Diana or something. She's going to show up at the end of my driveway at 4:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. I have to be at the hospital at 5 o'clock, downtown Minneapolis, Minneapolis, because, I'm in Minnesota, Lutefisk, and, Krumkaka, and what are it's like a star shape, and it's got a handle, and you dip it in, somebody out there, I know Wendy will probably know this, you dip it in batter, and then you deep fry it, and it pops off and then powdered sugar, right? Oh, rosettes, sorry, Wendy. But yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff I still got to get done today. Excuse me. Jeez. I'm sorry. I don't know why coffee does that to me, but you're thinking, why is this guy in such a good mood when he's having surgery tomorrow? First of all, I'm really not that worried about it, even though it is like major, it's a big deal. And by the way, I just got a really long comment from Steven, one of my buddies. Steve is absolutely brilliant. And he's part of the MadPack, all right? He's been around for a while. PhD. He used to do cancer research, all right? For a long time. Steve, I don't know if you still are a technical writer. Well, based on your comment, you are a technical writer. But he has done, and I can't remember, I keep forgetting his actual title back in the day. Microbiological oncology, blah, blah, blah. It's very, yeah. And Steve is funny. He was in Britain, in the UK. Blimey. In the UK. And then he moved to Canada. So anyway, he sent this really, really long comment, and with tons of advice. I mean, this is better than some of the stuff the doctors have sent me, So I'm going to put that out on the community tab, all right, just so you guys can read it in case, my type of cancer is pancreatic cancer, So I'm looking at the list. It's like, pancreatic. Okay, yeah, that sounds good. So, yeah. So yeah, I'm in a good mood, you guys. But yeah, go out to the community tab and take a look at that article that Steven wrote It's amazing. And I didn't find one typo or one grammar thing in there yet. So, all right, now my notes. Yeah, welcome new subscribers. Appreciate it. And I'm glad you're here. You know, if you can connect with us on some level, you know, I try to throw humor in here, you know, just for fun. But I hope, you know, if you're here because you were diagnosed, I'm really sorry, but you're in a really good place. I mean, right? So yeah, so I got a pack. I mean, I've got 3 big pieces of luggage, you know, ready to go. Because I'm gonna be in there for, you know, up to 5 days maybe. Yeah, I'm planning on 3. So I've got 1 piece of luggage for each day. That should be all right, right? I'm kidding. I just have a small backpack. And so, you guys, what do I bring? I'm assuming I bring my insulin injectors, the quick one and the long lasting one, right? Right? Because I don't know. And then all my other meds, well, my dexamethasone, my my steroid. I don't know, those of you that have been with me for a long time, back when I was having back when I was having my chemo early on, my first round of chemo, they gave me a ton of dexamethasone in an IV drip, and I would drive home just wired, you know, which is probably why I'm talking kind of fast right now, because I took a dexamethasone yesterday just so I could, you know, it makes me feel better, even though I was feeling okay before, but it kind of gets me amped up, and you know, I can get a lot of stuff done, and I talk really fast. So if I have to do a video, I can get a video done really quick. And I did want to do this morning, you guys. I had planned on doing this, just because I don't know when I'll talk to you guys next. I felt like I had to get another one out there just to kind of tide you over while I'm laying on my back in the hospital. So yeah, my dexamethasone is going with, I don't know why. Well, this one, otherwise known as Chantix. Does that ring a bell with anybody? You know, and this is going to come as a major shock to most of you. My Mad Pack. Chantix works great for me. I've used it. I've used it over the last, let's see, 10 years. No, maybe not that long. But I've used it like 3 or 4 times, and it works great every time. But then something happens. I'm coming out of Target, and I get a whiff of something, and I'm like, oh, I miss it so much. Can anybody relate to that? Do you know what I'm talking about? Or something happens and I'm just really like stressed out, which doesn't happen very often. I don't get stressed out that often. But then it's like, oh, geez. So I go to the gas station, and what do I buy? Yep, might come as a major shock. I mean, over the past 10 months since I've had my channel, I've appeared to be such a clean-cut, wholesome guy, right? But no, I had my last one yesterday morning. Okay, a pack a day, about a pack a day. Yes, I used to be a smoker. Okay, terrible. Just don't. It's expensive. Well, For years I've been rolling my own. So you buy a box of these empty paper tubes, right? It's like $3, and then a big bag of pure tobacco. No additives, no junk that Marlboro puts in there. It's just pure, like the Native Americans used to smoke, right? So it's, it has to be good for you. So, but I could roll my own cigarettes for like 83 cents a pack instead of $10 or $11, whatever they are now. So yeah, so I'm a big fat quitter. I quit. Okay, so today is actually my very first completely non-smoking day. Right? I mean, we have to give ourselves credit, when I hope you guys do that. If you have something that you've accomplished, like me yesterday, I got the dishwasher loaded. I haven't started it yet, but I got it loaded. We need to give ourselves credit for even little things and feel good about it, right? Right? And in the last video, I said that way too much, right? So can you guys tell that I'm like jacked up on my dexamethasone? I think it's funny. Oh yeah, and then my metformin for my type 2 diabetes. Thank you very much, pancreatic cancer. What else? Chantix, dexamethasone. Oh, and amlodipine for high blood pressure. Because doing YouTube videos is very stressful. No, it's not at all. It's really fun, you guys. What else was I going to say? Something else just crossed my mind, and it kind of went like this. So we'll get back to it. Talking about my meds, and in previous videos, I talked about what a struggle it was getting my compression socks on, laying on your back in bed going, right? Because of edema, swelling in your feet and in your ankles and legs, it's really uncomfortable. And that's why, they're way over there. I was going to show you my Giganto slippers because none of my shoes fit anymore. Well, guess what, you guys? Excuse me. My edema is almost gone. That I talked about it a lot and what a pain in the butt it was. When I talk about dragging my 2 watermelon feet around here, right? Well, it's been over a month since my last chemo. And they told me that edema is caused by the chemo. All right. It's not caused by the diabetes, I think. Stephen, correct me if I'm wrong. But so you guys, just a little bit of encouragement. If you're dealing with edema now and you got to put on those stupid compression socks, when you're done with your chemo, the swelling will go down and you'll get back to where you were. So just a little piece of encouragement. All right. What else? Oh, a bunch of stuff I got to get done today. One of the things I did get done yesterday, I did some cooking. And so get this, 12 eggs, 2 pounds of cheese, zucchini, a whole onion, red pepper, yellow pepper, couple jalapenos, just a bunch of stuff. And a smoked sausage. You know what I mean? It's not like hot dogs. It's the, you know what I'm. I have to like take less of this. I'm kind of goofy. So I chopped that up, sauteed the vegetables, put a dozen eggs, and I've got this. They gave me this really cool mug from the hospital, from one of my surgeries. It's a great big, I don't know if it's 32 ounce or whatever. It's got a nice lid and a straw and stuff, and it has M Health hair, M Health Fairview, Medical Center, the logo on there. Oh, this really nice. So yeah, I cracked a dozen eggs in there. And and so then mix it all up, dump it into, I use silicone baking trays, because when it comes out, it's like, you just turn it upside down. It's like, and they're a little bit lighter, not a lot, because I have to put everything in my camper, right? My trailer sitting out in the driveway for when I go full time. So I got to really be concerned about weight. So all of my bread pans and my baking pans, they were expensive and I can't bring them with me. So anyway, blah, blah, blah. So it turned out really good. So, and then what I do is, I put them in individual Ziplocs and vacuum seal them, and then they go in the freezer. So after my surgery, I can just grab one of these, and this is two breakfasts. I don't eat this whole great big thing. But, and then I did mashed potatoes and gravy from scratch. And I might, after my cancer is all done and I'm in remission, I was thinking about this the other day, like, what else am I going to do, if my cancer stuff is no longer an issue, other than encourage those of you that are still going through it. I still plan to do that. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing tons of renovation on my camper, right? That's going to be I'm going to be ripping stuff out, and it's like, what could go wrong kind of thing, getting all this crazy stuff installed, But then I'm thinking it might be kind of fun to do some cooking stuff, like go out in the backyard and build a fire and do pizza in my big Dutch oven, stuff like that. I don't know what you guys would be interested in, right? So leave a comment. Give me some ideas of, stuff that you might be wanting to see. Where was I? Oh, packing my backpack to bring to the hospital. You know what's really helping me quit smoking? Pistachios. If you've ever been a smoker and you quit, your fingers need something to do, right? And I had really good luck yesterday. There was a couple of moments when I kind of struggled, all right? But in my head, I just kept repeating, it's psychological. It's psychological. But it is partially a physical addiction too. But in my head, it's like, nope, it's just messing with you. It's psychological. It wants you to think you want one, but you really don't. And so then when I get a really strong urge, pistachios, because it takes time and effort to get that little bugger out of there, right? So your fingers are busy, and then you get it's working. So whenever I get an urge to smoke, I grab my pistachios, and I don't know, just helpful tip number 4 for today's video. So, and then in my backpack tomorrow, I don't know, what do you bring for, like, I've got some like jogging pants, some lightweight, athletic jogging pants, and a couple t-shirts and socks, and I don't know, I haven't stayed over in the hospital, I said in the last video, since, 6th grade. So I don't know what to bring. A hairdryer? Yeah, probably not. But, I don't know. My meds, clothing. One thing I have not gotten done yet, and this is something that we should all think about doing. Helpful tip number 5. My healthcare directive, right? Do they resuscitate or not? Do they, and you can Google it. I wonder if I can put in the description where I got mine. No. My Minnesota Healthcare sent it to me, so it's kind of one that they've got set up. But so, and power of attorney, and, the will and that kind of stuff. And both of these need to be notarized. Okay. Now, I think I heard along the way that the hospital actually has notaries on staff. So if you need something notarized, like at the last minute, you can do that. So my plan is, it's, I don't know, 4 a.m. or whatever. So I'll have time today after I run the dishes, put away the dishes, to get that filled in. It's a PDF that you just fill in online, right? And you print it out and bring it with you. Because apparently this is like a big deal. I don't know. And reading through Steven's article, it's major surgery, which I've never had done before. So, so I mean, that is something that we should all really, write it down, you guys, write it down so you don't forget, okay? Next video, I'm going to ask you, okay, did you get that done? Huh? Because to be honest, you guys, it might be a week before you hear from me again. I'm just saying. All right. One more thing I got to do today, but I'm feeling good. It'll be no problem. But, remember, I don't know, 4 videos ago, I was telling the story how in the fall, well, normal people do it in the fall. You bring your mower to the shed and you bring your snowblower to the garage. Do you think I did that? Yeah, no. Well, I have an excuse. I was feeling crummy because of chemo. But that's still, I still got to do that. And we don't have any snow in Minnesota yet, which is shocking. Sometimes on Halloween, we get So I got to get that thing into the garage, not so I can do it the day after surgery, but, and I've had a great neighbor over there across the street. Anytime I use my finger like this, I always have to do my Arnold, She lives over there across the street, but she's been mowing my yard and blowing out my driveway. So Karen, if you're watching, thank you very much. But after I'm feeling better after surgery, and if we get dumped on, that's what we call it here in Minnesota. Oh yeah, you betcha. We got dumped on yesterday, eh? No, that's Canadian. But, I just want to get it in here in case, I'm feeling good enough to do it without ripping out staples or something, No, I'll make sure that I'm all, healed up and stuff. You guys don't worry about it. And try not to worry about surgery tomorrow, because I'm not, I'm just really not. Maybe, and they say, and by the way, during most of my videos, you guys, and especially when I'm taking dexamethasone, I don't know if I've said it before, but when I'm jazzed up like this, and even when I'm not, and you might have noticed this already, I am the master of incomplete sentences. And I say it too much. I shouldn't make that big a deal about it, but, I kind of, I self-diagnosed first, and then I went to the doctor, and she's like, oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, you've definitely got some ADD going on, attention deficit. So, yeah, what happens is I'll have a thought, and it won't make it out the other side. And then another thought comes in. So, I don't know. I'm sorry if that bugs you guys, but what was I saying? See, this is the problem. I think that's about it. Nine new subscribers since yesterday. Thanks, you guys. And, sorry. I can't let a video go by without, and I apologize because it's kind of boring, but this is kind of cool. I can't let a video go by. See, now I'm finishing the sentence. Without talking about my little solar wacky thing. All right. So one thing I did, and I just thought of it. I didn't see this anywhere or anything, but I thought, this might not be a bad idea. It's an infrared camera that, and it's hard for you guys to see it. Well, it's pointed right at me now. Oh, I look really scary. But So it detects heat, right? So what I'm planning to do is once I fire this thing up and there's 200 amps going through here, I'm going to take this camera and I'm going to watch for wires heating up. Is it brilliant or is it stupid? I had one of my buddies say, I never thought of that. That's a great idea. You know, that way, it'll prevent a fire. If something's not, if a fuse is too big and it's letting too much current go through and the wire starts heating up, that's the international symbol for a wire heating up. I don't know. I thought it was a good idea. I don't know. And it was way on sale. It was $200, but there was a $70 coupon. So I got it for $129 or whatever. So, if it prevents the house from burning down, nobody wants that, right? So, okay, I've got 73 things I got to get done. So, I hope you're having a good day, you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Try not to worry, okay? Thank you so much for all of your comments on those last 2 videos, you guys. Tons of really great, encouraging comments, you guys. I really appreciate all of you so much. And what drives me crazy is, I've got stuff going on around here and, I work full time and I wish I could type in responses to everybody's comments. So I do read all of them and I give you the little heart, the little, which means that I did read your comment and thank you very, very much. Okay. So I hope that's okay for now. I'm going to have a few days off here coming up starting tomorrow. So I might be in my bed, it's time for another painkiller. Forget it. No, I'm busy. I'm returning comments. So I'm going to hopefully do some of that or whatever. Maybe I'll shoot video and respond to comments. But anyway, thank you. And have a good day today. Have a good day today, you guys. Have a good day, eh? You're such a hose head. Such a hoser. Bill and Doug. Anyway. The Great White North. Yeah, that's what it was. The Great White North. So, all right. Gotta go. Thanks, you guys. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Bye. Science!